So what is going on, guys? Welcome to another Garden Warfare 2 video. Today I'm going to be talking about the brand new Zombopolis map coming in the next content update called Trouble in Zombopolis. Now the gameplay you're seeing on screen right now is of two things. The first one, it is a brand new character called the Toxic Citron, and second of all, it is the brand new map called Zombopolis. Now this is a brand new Herbal assault map. It's based in Zombopolis, which is kind of the giant biggest city in Zomburbia, and it's kind of a mix between Las Vegas and New York. I'm actually going to be taking you through all of the map that we have seen so far, starting off with the first capture point. But before we get into today's video, if you guys do want to let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this brand new map, and also let me know if you are really excited for this DLC or this content updates. But here we go, Zombopolis, let's get straight into it. So this gameplay is from Toxic Citron on the plant perspective. We start off being in the sewer. What we have to do is break through the sewer. We're kind of trying to invade Zombopolis and try and take it back for the plant. So the first one, what we need to do is we need to capture the park. Now we're on the outskirts of the city, so we're not actually in the center of the city. There isn't really any skyscrapers or anything like that. We are actually breaching through the sewer, so we are actually on the outside of this map. Now just after you capture this map, or around the same area of where this graveyard is, there is actually the Statue of Liberty. You know, I'm not sure if the Kraken is always around the Statue of Liberty, or I should say it's a statue of Zombos, maybe, because it is a giant Statue of Liberty designed to look like Dr. Zombos, and there is actually a Kraken around this statue. When we do see it, there's a Kraken. I'm not sure if there is going to be a Kraken all of the time, but this is the image that we did get of our first teaser of this new map. I'm not sure if there's going to be any Easter eggs related to this Statue of Liberty, but there we go, we have the Kraken surrounded around this map. Now when we do capture the park, we actually go on to a second section, which is capturing the town square. Now the actual street leading up to the town square is called Brain Street, so this is kind of a spoof and kind of a spin-off of Main Street. I'm not 100% sure if the layout of this is similar to some section of Main Street. It may be, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this is Main Street, or should I say this is Brain Street, and it's still on the outskirts of the map, but you are gradually getting a few more buildings, and you can go from the left, the right. There are many different lanes that you can use to capture these graveyards, and there's also different levels to this map as well. But I just love that they have brought something from Garden Warfare 1 back called Main Street, and this is actually the Brain Street zombie version of Main Street. So like I did say, I'm not 100% sure if this is some section of the Main Street map, or they just kind of renamed it as Brain Street, but I do like the name Brain Street. You know, it's a street, zombies like brains, why not call it Brain Street? So after you capture the town square, we move on to what is Gary's favorite section of the map. We need to capture the Disco Diner, and this is where we got our first teaser image of a new character coming in the next content update, and this is kind of Disco Stew's heaven. Now this is where Las Vegas mixes in with New York, because you do see some kind of Las Vegas elements. You've got what is actually called the Brain Street Strip. That is what this is called. You've got like the disco lights on the floor, which is actually where you do capture the graveyard, which I thought was a nice feature. You know, it kind of lights up, flashes, and you have like disco balls, and it's very, very disco related in this section of the map. It's very bright, not very zombified, it's very bright. There's lots of light, and it looks absolutely awesome. And we are slowly getting into the city as well. You can see that there's taller buildings. We are getting slowly further into the city. Now one thing which is in this section of the map as well, which you're kind of hovering around the map, is called a dancing spotlight. Now this was in Garden Warfare 1, and they did say that you needed to activate this in Garden Warfare 1, and what it does is once you do go into the light, it kind of activates one of your taunts. So that's going to be a bad thing if you are going to be fighting against a zombie or a plant, and then this light just happens to go over you, because you're not going to be firing, you're just going to be doing a taunt as well. But this is a dynamic section of the map as well that's going to activate you to do a taunt, and this was in Garden Warfare 1, and I've never seen this in Garden Warfare 1. I would love to go and find it myself. You do need to activate it, so there is something that you need to do. If anyone does know how to activate this in Garden Warfare 1, let me know in the comment section down below. But this is the disco floor. This is Brain Street Strip, and this is probably my favourite one as well. Now the next one after this we need to capture is the drone factory. We don't really see too much around this section of the map. There are a lot of lanes going left, right, in the middle, and in between each lane there's kind of different sections you can take from there as well. But one thing that was interesting is just behind this graveyard, when you are going to capture it, there is a giant Zombot robot head on the wall, because maybe, not maybe, but that is definitely something to do with the end of the map. But this is Drone Factory. We're slowly going to the more of the kind of mechanical design of where they build the robots, and you're going to find more about that in a second. So after we capture the drone factory, the next one we have is we need to capture the train yards, and to get to the train yard we need to go through a junkyard. There's kind of crushed cars, there's kind of crushed kind of vehicles, and there's even like some kind of, I don't know what they're called, but they kind of move cars up and down. There is some of them moving in the background as well, so there are a lot of dynamic features in this map that are moving around. But making it even better than that, the graveyard for this one is actually in the middle of 2 train tracks. And you know what moves on these train tracks? That is right, the trains. There is actually 2 trains that move in this graveyard, and very similar to Dual Junction, this is bringing Dual Junction back into the game as well. So we get Main Street back into it, we get sections of Dual Junction as well with the moving trains, but there is actually 2 trains that move on this track, and the graveyard is in the middle of the train tracks. So to get to the graveyard you have to walk across the train tracks, and you could get taken out and KO'd by those trains, but at the same sense the zombies could get taken out by them as well, trying to stop the plants from capturing the garden. So this is another dynamic feature to the map. Let me know what you think about these dynamic features in the comments down below as well. But here we go onto the nice juicy bit, because this is the final graveyard that we had to capture. After we've captured this garden or this graveyard, you need to do the mini game at the end, and we don't get too many details about the mini game, but what it does say is that we need to hurry before the Zombot launches. We need to try and defeat or destroy the Zombot before it launches, and this is a giant Zombot that is glowing kind of like in electricity, it looks like. And you do actually go into the Z-Tech factory, and I'm guessing it's maybe the giant robot that we do have that moves on the Z-Tech factory, because they want to launch it. That can definitely destroy the plants. Now we don't actually go into the Z-Tech factory to destroy it, we can just see slight glimpses of it from the outside. But this is awesome, we're finally getting the Zombot somehow related into the game. We do have it walking around on Z-Tech factory, but it's not the same as being related somehow into the game. So the plants have to destroy it, and the zombies have to defend it. Now it is glowing kind of like a blue color, and it does have Zombot health that is glowing as well. So I'm curious if the plants need to turn off some electrical switches before they can destroy it. That is something we're going to have to wait to find out, and I cannot wait to play this map when the game is released. But there we go, guys. Let me know what you think about this map in the comment section down below. I'm super hyped for it. Let me know what you think about it, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.